right, we are now back to the medical portion of the fucking show. All right, so we have another doctor coming to the fucking stage. I think we could set up a fucking ICU in the back, I swear to God. Set it up right back there, just an improv / fucking hospital. Just ready to do that, even though my medical degree's a fucking sham. All right, next guy coming to the stage actually has a column in the Palm Beach Post. It's called Ask the Dentist, okay? It's right next to Dr. Oz's column. So I think he's trying to piggyback some fame, and I don't fucking blame him. Please welcome to the stage, Dr. Joe!
Mommy, I'm stuck in a pizza oven! Get me out! Thank you. Thanks for the applause. That was very, very necessary. I am on so many antidepressants. It's not planned that I'm depressed until the year 6012. The sun will be burnt out, but I shall be elated. Are there any car people here? I'm a real motorhead, gearhead, car guy. Anyone into cars here? Anybody drive a Prius? Anybody? Anybody drive a Prius? Does your husband or boyfriend drive it? Yes. How many days did it take for him to grow a vagina? And do you know what the correct pronunciation of Prius is? It's not Prius. You're wrong. It's Prius. Because that's how he's going to sound soon if he keeps driving that thing. There's only one thing worse than coming out of a store and seeing my prized possession with a nice ding or paint chip. And that's watching my wife get a mammogram. True story. Last Friday, it was my day off. I decided instead of having lunch, I'll be with my wife as she gets her yearly mammogram, or what I call the tit panini. The mammogram consists of taking your wife's prized possessions and putting them between two plate glasses and pressing. Now the breast, on its side being pressed, starts to resemble a fish, and the nipple is the eye of the fish. Uncle! Uncle! Now, I said to my wife, LP, and I call her LP, because LP stands for lottery prize. I said, LP, do not worry. Think of the money you'll save. You won't need any more bras. You'll just need 2 number 10 envelopes. If you're unhappy with the breasts that God gave you, you could simply mail them back to the manufacturer in a self-addressed envelope. I like City Place. I like the stores. My wife hates shopping. I buy all her Chanel bags for her, all her Louis Vuitton bags. I love shopping. Do not buy clothes at the Gap. You know what happens when you buy clothes from the Gap? You wind up looking like you work at the Gap. Do not buy furniture at the Pottery Barn. You know what happens? Your house looks like the Pottery Barn. Do not buy furniture at Rooms to Go. You know what happens? Your house looks like a rental. Never make this mistake. Never, ever go into Target wearing a red polo shirt. I had this true story. I had this Ferrari red polo shirt and the emblem came off, so it was a plain red shirt. I go into Target and this 300-pound woman came up to me and she said, "Can I ask you a question?" And I said, "As long as there's no axe involved, you can ask me a question." So she said, "Can you tell me where the tampons are at?" And I said, "I know exactly where all the tampons are at. All the time." "Well, can you tell me what aisle they're at?" And I said, "Well, there's 3 in cosmetics, there's 2 in ladies' sweaters, and there's 1 with a crew cut and short nails and hardware. And never, never go to Best Buy wearing a white shirt and a dark tie, because you will be mistaken for one of the Geek Squad members. And I was there, true story, last week, and this old lady was being a real bitch, giving one of the sales girls a really hard time. So she saw me, came running after me, and said, "Excuse me, can you tell me where I plug the end of this USB cable?" Sure, I can help you with that. What you want to do is you want to go home, take your USB cable, put it in the slot on top of your toaster, and move the toaster as close to the sink as possible. How many men here are given the task to buy the sanitary napkin and feminine hygiene products for the family? I have a friend named Jim, a neighbor of mine. He's married and he has 3 daughters. You know they're going to name a landfill after him. I was golfing with him one day and he said, "You see this golf course? This is my golf course." And I said, "Gee, these cushions in the car do seem quite absorbent." Okay, so I go to Publix to get the sanitary napkins for my household. Fortunately, I just have one kid who's a boy, my wife. You know how confusing that aisle is? You got your always with wings, you got your always with leak protection. Am I at Pep Boys? So here's my strategy. I get a bunch of women in the supermarket to come over to the aisle and help me out. So last week I had 5 women helping me out. And one lady was really nice. She really tried to help. She said, "Okay, well, these are for the beginning when your flow is heavy." First of all, it's not my flow. Okay. Then, these thin ones, the ultra thins, they're called Infinity. They last forever. The thin ones are for the days in between. So I said, what, like non-election years? What's a day in between? Is that Wednesday? So then the manager of the Publix gets on. He goes, "Phil, can you break up the book club on aisle 5? And call security for the guy in the black shirt, please." I've been married for 20 years this October. Thank you. First time, last time. Christopher Walken was once asked, "What's it like to be married for 40 years? And he said, "Wow. When I cross the street, I don't bother looking both ways anymore." I met my wife on her 36th blind date. My 36th blind date, sorry. Blind dates 1 through 35 are buried under my outdoor barbecue. Sorry, Cheryl. The worst blind date was the one that showed up in sweatpants. She said, "I'm sorry, I'm wearing my fat pants." I said, "What's that?" She said, "I used to be 15 pounds lighter, but I haven't been to the gym recently." If a girl has 2 sets of clothing, her name better be Batman. Thank you, I appreciate it. Take care.
One more time, Dr. Joe!